Right, Will, I don't have screen capture, so I'm having to do this on the phone. But anyway, I'm going to go through this with you. I have, so this is a program that I use to trade, and then I actually use Coinexx, which you can see here, as my platform to trade. And I do the same thing over here. So I have everything from, my account history. I'm trading USD Jappy on this, which is the USD and the yen. So I just follow it here and then place my orders, like a buy order, sell order, but it's all done with a mouse. Or I can do an order by clicking and go in here and just put in a request for an order. Long story short, that's that. And then I have the other Forex up here. And you can see I don't have any orders on this one, but I do over here. I have an order going on over here. I haven't let sit this morning. It's down quite a bit. It's $10. But anyways, so this is all rolling, right? These are just broker platforms. I use this for my signals. This is called green charts. And it gives me indicators like this orange indicator. These are different timelines. So I use a 30-minute, a 5-minute, a 2-minute, and then a 1-minute for my trades. And then the 1-minute is my trigger. So if this is like going through the pressure, there's a red pressure and a green pressure. Just now it went through the green. I would place a buy trade here. If I would have gotten in on it early enough, I would have gone over here and placed a buy trade. But I didn't get to it in time because I'm filming. But a long story short, this should be ranging. And then you can see how much it's ranging. So right now it's ranging between 136.3 and 136.2. That's 100 pips or 10 pips or 100 points that it's ranging. See how it's ranging between there and there. So I could take that trade and I'd expect it to come back up to here or so, or somewhere in here for a little run, and then it'll go back down. And we'll just take a minute and see if that happens. So I would have placed it there and had it go up approximately 8 or 10 pips, and there it is. So now we'll watch it for a minute and see if it goes up. And it should if you have these ones corresponding. So if these are pointed up, these aren't. That one is. These are flat. This is pointed up, and that's flat. So that's not good. It didn't meet all my criteria. It has to have at least 2 out of 3 on all 3 of these, plus going through pressure. So it didn't meet all the criteria for a buy, but let's see what would have happened anyways. It still has somewhat momentum, and some indications that it should go up, not down. Bulls, not bears. But right now it's sitting at 136.222. And now it's starting to come down a little bit. Well, it's dead. It's the afternoon. So I'll show you another thing. You can add indicators. So these are all the indicators I have access to in this program. This is called an echo. It gives you the buyer or seller sentiment. This is the buying energy power. So this is the shorts. This is the longs. And then if it's in the channel here, that means it's, well within that channel or that range, right? That number there, 7.5, that says that the range is up. It's a 0 to 10. 10 being maxed out, it's oversold. And 0 being maxed out, under bought. Okay, so as it goes up, and so it's getting towards the oversold, right? It's getting ready for basically a sell or a short. And if it was down here, it'd be ready for a buy. Now up here, these get kind of strung out, but I have an orange. You see the blues? There's a thin orange, a thick orange, dotted blue, and a thick blue. And those also are sentiments on buying and selling. And then they also dictate range. I also buy on kinks, like you see a kink here, kinks here. When you see a kink, it's a radical shift in sentiment. or in the algorithm which picks up these these indicators, I guess, and they are based on, well, like with the thin orange, on the buyer's sentiment or the seller's sentiment. So if they're pointed up, it's buyers. If it's pointed down, it's sellers. And then same thing with the thick orange. But the thick orange is it tells about volume that's already purchased in the market, so it's a lagging indicator. And then both the blues are also lagging indicators. But they do give you, in collaboration with the thin orange, it gives you some market sentiment. I personally, as you saw, I only use the thin orange, and then I use the sentiment, and I check the numbers, and then the echo I don't use. But so it has two. This is the 1 minute, is reflective of the charts. So 1 minute chart, 5 minute chart, 15, 30, all those are charts. So the 1 minute chart right now is reflecting that it is a buyer's sentiment, right? Green for bulls, red for bears, and bulls are buying, bears are selling. And then same thing with the 5 minute, same sentiment, same. 15 minute, it's red, so that means it's bear. So long-term sentiment isn't positive for the bulls, but it is positive for the first two chart patterns, the 1 minute and the 5 minute. So there's all sorts of different trade patterns that add all these, you add them all up. For instance, mine is called the three kinks. You can see it's three kinks set up for JPY. I have the USD and Japanese yen. That's what I'm trading here. So I look here and see if right now the sentiment is up on the orange. It's pointing up, so that's bullish, right? And then same thing for the minors and majors. They're pointed down, so that's no good. It's opposite. And then this is not really pointed up. This is pressure, green and red pressure. They're pointed sideways. So I only have really one solid indicator there, and I need 2 out of 3 in all of them. This one's down, that one's up, this one's sideways. No good. This one's up, this one's sideways, this one's up. So that's actually matching. That's okay. And then this one, I'm going to take all these off. I don't like all these indicators. So thick orange is off, blues, and majors. I only do the minor. Or I'm sorry, I only do, yeah. And then I'll turn off the echo too. The echo indicator. There you go. All right. Okay, so that's how I like them. Now, let's see how we did over here. So we took our trade. This was the green, right? Said to take a trade. It went through green on pressure. Said it was a go. It's been going sideways. It's still at 136.228. So it's up just a little bit. This one at par, it's 136.227. So right now it's at par. Hasn't gone up or down. It's neutral. And let's see if we get anything out of it, up or down. So and then these, it would have gone up 8 points or 17 points, or 200% would be 33 points. And if you trade lots, you probably understand this, but for each lot, it's basically $100,000. So if you take $100,000 invested, buying the currency pair, each point on a full lot, which is 100,000, is $10. So each point or pip is worth $10. So if it goes up 10 pips, which would be basically, here to here, that's, 10 times $10 times 8 points. So that'd be $80 on $100,000, $100,000 or 100,000 units, depending on what you're trading. There again, I have it cranked up to leverage with 500x. A lot of people do 100 or 200x. So that means I'm trading 500 times the value in my account. So if you have 1,000, I'm doing $500,000 in my account. Or I could trade 5 lots if I was nuts, but of course I'd be over leveraged. But you could do that literally with With $1,000, you could do 500,000. So you could trade 5 lots, and if you won 10 points, you get $50. So, hence the gambling mentality. People want to really stretch it. Anyway, that should give you a pretty good overview. Forex is a good program that I use. I like it. It seems to be a little more cleaner, but Coinexx is obviously a better program overall. And then the green charts is what I use to determine when I take my trade. Hope it's been informative. Talk to you soon.